I'm going fish, 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 fishing. I'm going fishing, hook, sinker, and line.
Good evening, Northern Illinois, and welcome to the Fishing and Outdoor Radio Show here on 103.1 WCSJ AM and FM, 107.1 WSPY FM, 1180 WSQR AM, and 1480 WSPY AM. And now, here are your hosts for the next hour, Ray Lutkovitz, Don DeGina, and Jim DeRosa.
You know, earlier today you were talking about them Ocean Wave sunglasses were something that we've used this past summer and actually probably for years, and they did actually help us put a few extra fish in the boat, probably because of that backwater green lens that they have, you know, in the Polaroid. I mean, it's something that really penetrates into the water.
You know, as you guys know, I guide up in Mille Lacs as well all summer long, and I'll tell you what, it's the proof is in the pudding. Is
one of your most important tools.
Well, is with the clients. You know, we rely a lot on sight fishing, and you know, Mille Lacs is fairly clear water. We rely an awful lot on sight fishing structure. We're looking for the rock reefs and things like that, because if you can sight those, that's the cover that these smallmouth bass are hiding on. And you know, and I'll get guides. I'll get clients in the boat with me, and we'll start out and I'll say, okay, see that rock over there, make a little cast to the right or to the left, and you can tell they're squinting their eyes, and you know, and they're wearing good glasses. I mean, I'm not going to mention the names, and they think they're wearing good polarized glasses, but you can tell, and you don't want to embarrass them, you know, but you can tell they're having a hard time finding the structure. So it's just a matter of time where I'll say, you know, I've got an extra pair of these in my glove box. Would you like to try them on? And I'll tell you what, it's like somebody flipped the light switch.
It's night and day. I know,
yeah,
Don.
It really is. These guys will say, now I see what you're talking about. Now I can see that rock. I can see that reef. It is amazing. And I'll tell you what, as a guy, Ocean Waves have gotten me a lot of tips.
Oh, have they?
And I'll guarantee you.
Now, did you ever share any of them? Or?
Well, my wife, I share it with my wife all the time. But Ocean Waves, that's the kind of difference it makes. And again, these guys are wearing quality glasses from the other manufacturers. But, you know, Don, you said that backwater green mirrored lens is
my
good.
favorite, too.
We use the Royal Illuminator,
the Crown Royal, yeah.
You know, for overcast days, and it's the same way. You know, it's like that. It's like a bag of golf clubs. You know, you just don't have one golf club. You've got several of them, and I'll tell you what, these glasses, I don't care if you're an amateur fisherman or a pro fisherman or...
But they go other ways. You know, golfing, just look how good I look in Ocean Waves.
Well, there's better models than you, Ray.
I mean, I think...
Hey, you know what? You know, it's cold up here.
It is.
Let's go to someplace where it's a little bit
let's
warmer.
do that.
You know, like maybe down in Florida or someplace like that.
And find out the real skinny.
Yeah, let's talk with Kevin Carlson from Ocean Waves. Kevin, how are we doing tonight?
Hey, great. How y'all guys doing?
Hey, we're doing good.
We're doing fantastic, except we got a cold snap that is really putting a chill in the bones here. But tell us a little bit. I mean, you've got these Polaroid glasses that just seem to be so much different, be a higher quality than anything that you can buy on the shelf. And I mean, how'd you come up with this better than average polarized lens?
Well, you know, my background is optical manufacturing. I've been making prescription glasses for eye doctors for 38 years now. We're a true optical factory. And, you know, when I first got in the industry, I discovered polarized lenses, and I've been pushing polarized lenses because all my friends and family were big fishermen, and they come to me each week or month or year, you know, and just say, Kevin, you know, what can you get me for sunglasses? And I'd find some, and then that company would go away or whatever, and then I'd eventually start get my own polarized lenses, and I'd make prescription glasses. But I started making some Plano, some non-polarized sunglasses or non-prescription sunglasses, and I found that the polarization was different. You know, that's what a lot of people don't understand. That you can buy, you know, even expensive polarized sunglasses, and the quality of the polarization sometimes it's only about 30 or 40%. But I found this one factory that made the best film in Japan, and I've stuck with them pretty much the whole time. And it's 100% polarized. And it's really a major difference when you really look through a lens that is 100% polarized, because it's going to stop all the glare. And, when you don't stop the glare, you're not able to see down in the water as far. And also, if you're driving or around snow, no matter what you're doing, any walk of life, it's not going to stop that glare. Of course, there's another factor that is the ultraviolet rays. And, back 30-some years ago, the optical industry didn't understand anything about the ultraviolet rays, and it was proven back in 1988, New England Journal of Medicine, a 100 Waterman study proved that the ultraviolet rays were causing cataracts, and then later proved to cause pterygiums, macular degeneration, a bunch of other eye disorders. But like you said earlier, that what it does is, for basically in layman terms, it's causing you to squint, it's causing you to have headaches and eye fatigue. And if you're wearing a pair of sunglasses that don't stop all the ultraviolet rays, then what you're doing, your eyes are being deceived, your pupils are opening up more because it's thinking it's darker outside, and they're getting in more ultraviolet rays, more bad rays, and they're doing more damage, and they're squinting more. And they don't realize they're squinting until you put on a pair of ocean waves, and you can really feel the difference. When guys think, just like you said, when they have their other glasses, they're feeling really good about them, and then they put on ocean waves, and their reaction is immediate. It's almost immediate. They say,
"Yes, it is."
Wow!
Mm-hmm.
They just go, "I can't believe the difference." So until you put on the quality of ocean waves, you don't realize how much better a sunglass can be.
Kevin, this is right. I've noticed something too. I've been a contact lens wearer for over 30 years, and I'd go out fishing all day, on a bright sunny day, and wear some other glasses and still come in and felt like somebody ran my eyes through a sand mill, and it's so much different with the ocean wave. I come back and they feel very refreshed. What's the reason for that?
Well, there's several factors that we take care of. We're taking care of the glare and the ultraviolet rays, like I'm saying, and that's really what most guys feel when they're wearing some of the other brands. Their eyes are almost sunburnt. They have headaches and eye fatigue. But with your contact lenses, your eyes are actually going to be more magnified, and you're also going to have a problem with drying, and that's the infrared light. And we stop 100% of the infrared also. We also stop 96% of the blue rays. If you stop 100%, like some of the yellow sunglasses out there, if they stop 100%, then you don't get true color. And you really want to get true color so you can really see exactly what's there. If you don't get true color, you can't even, it's not even legal in the United States. It won't pass the traffic light. So we stop the maximum amount of blue light, which is irritation to the eyes. And some leading eye doctors, they actually believe that they're going to prove here in the next year or two that it's causing deep retinal damage, between the infrared and the blue light. So there's a lot of problems out there, and the one nice thing is ocean wave stops all the problems, it stops all the harmful rays.
One of the things that we've noticed in wearing the ocean waves is the mirrored lens, and I've had people ask me, well, are the mirrors really necessary?
Yeah, well, when we first started field testing, it was good old boys, fishermen, that just, said, here, let's try on these different combinations. And we were the first one to invent the different mirrored lenses. The reason we did it, the polarized filters were only in gray and amber. They were only in two combinations and only in a certain darkness. And by putting the mirrors on, it's just like mixing paint. You're able to put, if you put yellow in with blue, you're going to get green. And when you're starting out with a gray lens, and we put a different mirror color on the front, then we could change that gray and turn it into a greenish gray or different combinations. It'd sometimes lighten it up or darken it up. And what that would do would give you different looks looking through the lens. And we field tested with good old boys that didn't want to wear the mirrors, and they found that wearing the mirrors were just like wearing a hat. It took that harsher light and never got through to the eyes. It bounced back before it ever get through the eyes. And they found they could see deeper in the water and spot more fish. And, after that, all these good old boys were all wearing mirrors. They didn't care what they looked like. They cared about how they worked.
We've noticed on your website, oceanwaves.com, that you've got some new models out there as well.
Yeah, we're real excited about some of the new frames we've got. We've got one of our best sellers was Atlantic Beach and Atlantic Beach 2, and we've done some improvements on it and made some more sleeker movements to it, and we've just come out with that, and we've actually come out with some colored frames. Some of the guys right now, they're wearing white and tortoise and black, and we've come out with white for the first time in a long time in a sport frame, and we also come out with some wider frames and some wider temples One of them's called Pablo Beach, which is a very rectangular frame, very wide, and it's for bigger heads. And also the Jack's Beach is really good. I've got a big pumpkin head. I'm a member of the Fathead Club. So, I needed something for myself. I've got the Jack's Beach in my prescription lenses, and I do wear the Crown Royal Illuminator because I love the bright lens. It stops all the harmful rays, so you're only getting in good visible light. And I wear it all the time, but some guys do say it's a little too dark or too bright during the bright sunlight, but I can wear it during the whole time. But just like y'all said too, it's a backwater green. You can't beat that for day in and day out. But if you need a lighter lens, the guys would come to me about getting a lens for early morning, late afternoon, but I wouldn't put anything in the line unless it was 100% polarized, 100% UV, and it took me about 15 years to get that combination. And I finally did, and put it in the line, and it's one of the best kept secrets.
So if our listeners are thinking about maybe a pair of Ocean Waves for their fisherman or their hunter, what would you recommend as far as lenses? The backwater green is the first choice as far as all around. Is that what you would do?
Yeah, it's the most versatile because, especially in your area, the blue's got a gray base. It's a darker lens, a natural color, but the green's got an amber base, and it's better for contrast and definition, more for sight fishing. The Illuminator is for someone who's really tournament fishing and are out there all the time. They really, every day, every second of seeing that fish is a big difference. And it's like I said, it's a very bright lens. But if you're not super sensitive, bright sunlight, if you don't have real light eyes, you can wear it pretty much all day long.
But it's a great driving lens too. I've had some eye damage over the years, and I wear them all the time, even when it's snowing in Chicago, because I get so much glare. So I really enjoy wearing them blue lenses.
Yeah. Like I said, the guys that wear the blue, they swear by nothing. They'll never go into anything else because they're wearing the Ocean Wave. You can't go wrong with any lens you pick out. But when you're trying to fine tune it and you have a chance to wear different ones, it's definitely worth it to try on different ones and use it for what you do the most. The green, like I said, it's got the amber base. It's a really good all-around lens because it does give you better definition and contrast.
Kevin, as a hunter, I've just spent a couple of days out in the field, and there are times when, and Jim knows this as well, and Ray, there's times we go out like waterfowl hunting. You're there before sunup, and 9 times out of 10, for some odd reason, you're sitting there facing the east and watching that sun come up. It gets pretty bright in there. But, like in the deer hunting and stuff, you're in a tree stand, whatever, you can't use the mirrored lenses. Do you have any suggested colors for the hunter? Something that will not, let's call it, spook a deer, or something that really sees the ultraviolet rays.
Yeah, we do have, all of our lenses are non-mirror. We have the gray and the amber, and we have yellow. The Illuminator is so light during the day, sometime early morning, but it's hard to even have much mirror reflection because it does let in so much light because it is a yellow base. It's a great lens, but if you're really worried about the deer seeing any reflection at all, then we do have the amber lens would probably be the best for hunting.
One thing I want to bring up too, Jim, and you're the guy who could talk about it more than anybody. I remember, were we fishing in the Classic, I think? And
Bassmasters Classic.
You were with David Walker in a boat, and Jim was wearing his Ocean Waves, and he was flipping like 20-pound test into the bushes, and he came back with about a 3/4-ounce bullet weight that hit you smack in the eye.
Yeah, it did. And I'll tell you what, the Ocean Wave sunglasses, I did them in. No question. That bullet weight came flying back. But the thing I think a lot of people don't realize about Ocean Waves, it's a double optical glass.
Right.
There's 2 pieces of optical glass there, and sandwiched in between those 2 pieces of glass are the mirror and the polarization and all that kind of stuff is there. So I'll tell you what, without those, if
you would have lost an eye,
if it had been a plastic lens like some of the others that are out there, or any of the other glasses, I probably would be wearing a patch over my eye. I would have lost that eye. But I'll tell you what, like I said, I did the pair of glasses in, but it saved my eye.
That's important.
Yeah, I've probably heard that over 1,000 times that it saved their eyes. Now glass is definitely not a safety lens, but because we do have 2 different lenses, we have one on the front and one on the back, and that's also what makes our lens so unique. We all of our mirrors are not on the front; they're on the inside of that front lens, and that really makes it safe. And then the polarized filter's in the middle. And even when something does hit it, I've had a guy that was jumping up and down on the trailer, and the arm came back and swung back around, hit him in the face, and knocked him back about 5 feet, and didn't even break the lens, which shocked me. I'm like, how was that possible? But now something is unique that a lot of guys don't realize, because it is a glass lens. The optics are so much clearer, and people, when they put on the lens, they're amazed by the UV protection, how safe, how nice their eyes feel. They're not squinting, and also how much glare it stops. But the optical clarity is so unbelievable that people used to say, "Wow," because they're looking through the other plastic and polycarbonate lenses, and it's almost looking through like if you ever drink like a filtered beer. You can see all the stuff in it, or dirty water. That's what you're looking through, and you don't realize that when you're looking through these other lenses. And with the glass lenses, we do something different. We actually hand ground and polish the front and the back of the front lens and the back lens. And so that's consistent. So there's no waves and distortion, but the optical clarity is that much sharper than any other lens.
Kevin, we're getting close to running out of time here, and one thing we don't want to miss out on is the fact that, we told all of our listeners that the object of today's show and that of the next 2 weeks is to give people ideas for some Christmas shopping. Obviously, there's plenty of time to get a pair of Ocean Waves delivered in time for Christmas. Could you give our people a little bit of a price range of where these glasses run, and then wrap it up with telling us how do you get a hold of the people at Ocean Waves so they can order a pair of sunglasses?
The lenses, most of the frames run. The general price is about $139 to, like you had on your website. We even had some as high as $600, but the most popular ones are the mirrors with the wrap frames, and they're like the very best lens for $189.
Okay.
And it's really, when you compare it against, there's frames out there from our competitors for $350, $400.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Much better. And nice thing about Ocean Waves, got a lifetime warranty against manufacturer defect, and I've got guys coming up to me all the time saying they've had the same pair for 15 or 20 years, because you can clean them with paper towels. We can do a little demonstration, rubbing them with a key, showing it won't scratch. But real quick, I know we're running out of time, but if they just go to our website, www.oceanwaves.com, then they can check out the styles. They can see the different combinations. You can't go wrong with the Atlantic Beach 2. That's going to fit almost everybody, and you can also get the 800 number off of there also.
All right.
And they can order online, give a credit card, and and have it by Christmas.
Yep, they can call us up. They can get the nearest dealer, order online. There's a dozen different ways to get the product, and we pretty much get anything out same day. And nice thing about this, too, is they're also available prescription lenses direct from manufacturer. Like I say, we've been doing that for 38 years.
For our listeners, too, it's oceanwaves.com, but you can go to our website where there's a link there. And, in fact, on our website, we just posted up Christmas gift ideas. There's a link there that you can go on.
We always have contests going.
There's all kinds of ways to find oceanwaves.com.
The world's best sunglasses, guys. You know that.
Absolutely.
Yes, they are.
Kevin, have yourself a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining us on the Fishing and Outdoor Radio Show. And, again, thank you for being a sponsor of our show. And, for all those people that are out there listening, keep on listening, because we are running constant little contests, be it on ChicagoNow.com, on the radio show, the TV show. They're just about everywhere.
Yeah, we are. Once they wear a pair of Ocean Waves, they'll never go back in anything else, and they'll have all the friends and family wearing them a year later.
All right. Go. Sounds good. Okay, Kevin, have a great Thanksgiving.
I'll have a wonderful, happy
Thank you,
Thanksgiving.
All right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
There's more to the Fishing and Outdoor Radio Show right after these messages.